Hello, I'm Gemma and this is Non-Fic Books, and today I have another review video for you in my Austen August, and today it is Deborah Yaffe's Among the Janeites, a journey through the world of Jane Austen fandom. You may recognise this book if you've watched me for a while because it was mentioned in a monthly wrap-up last year or the year before, but this is the first time I've done a full review of it. It was published in 2013 by, I need to look this one up, Hortland Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company, and is 227 pages long. Deborah Yaja is a journalist and Janeite who fell in love with Austen at age 11 when she read Pride and Prejudice and has since reread loads of the books. Her parents bought her membership of the US Jane Austen Association when she was, I think it was either her 15th or her 18th birthday, and she's been a member ever since. So this comes from a place of love, but also has a good sense of humour running through it and is very gently taking the mick out of some of the excesses that people go to. As the subtitle suggests, it is a look at the fandom rather than Jane Austen's writing itself. And she's looking vaguely at the question, why Jane? Why is it Jane who has become this sort of character and importance in people's lives in the way that Dickens, while appreciated scholarly, is not, people don't refer to him as Charles or Charlie or something. It's always Dickens, and it's not the same sort of, you can't really get a Dickens action doll in the way that you can an Austen one. Personally, I stick with Austen because I think it's a little bit more respectful, as I did not know her, and probably she would have scared the bejesus out of me from everything I've read about her. I'm not sure we would have actually got on in life, but her writing is definitely one of those loves of my life, so I couldn't resist picking this up. You can see Deborah Yaja is a journalist throughout this. She has a great way of sort of interviewing people and discussing their lives with them, but it is also very, very easy to read and enjoyably written. Not all journalists make great book authors, but I think she is someone who does transfer across very nicely and just keeps it entertaining throughout. She interviews different Janeites throughout the world about how their sort of Janeitism expresses itself, whether it's through scholarly research, whether it's through fan fiction, which has now become some people's livelihoods, and some of them are absolutely cracking pieces of work in their own way. And through the costumes, going to some of the conferences, going to some of the balls and reenactments and things, and she looks at the sort of a variety of ways that Janeitism has become this sort of global phenomena. And she sort of starts off from a place where she has been a Janeite from a young age, but this was well before there were all sorts of websites that you could go on to discuss your love of Austen if you don't have anyone in your life that you can do that with, and certainly before it became the just international phenomenon after the wet shirt moment in the 1995 Colin Firth adaptation, which is still my all-time favourite Austen adaptation, and if you haven't seen it, I'll probably say that in most videos, but go and watch it. Anyway, this is a really nicely booked. Susan Bordeaux on the back cover describes it as warmly intimate, and I think that is a really perfect description. It comes from such a place of love and is a really interesting look at the different ways that Austen has crept into certain people's lives and just totally taken it over, and why she has just stolen so many hearts. This is so much fun. It is a really enjoyable book. I think you could be a dyed-in-the-wool Janeite, or just coming to Austen, or even just interested in the sort of afterlife of famous authors and how their books sort of get into our souls. This would be a great book for that, and also it would make a wonderful present because it's only, well, this is in Canadian dollars and it's $15.95, so it's not a particularly expensive book, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely soft book with a textured cover, gorgeous fun front cover, these lovely French flaps, and for many people this will be a joy. It's got deckled edges. I hate it because I find it particularly difficult to turn the pages if you're reading, and I read quite fast, but it is a very beautiful book. I've really enjoyed this. It's one that I will probably reread again. It's certainly some books I'm quite harsh with getting rid of books because especially now that I've got the Little Inn, space is at a premium and I just can't hoard all of the books I've ever read because we'd be buried alive in them. But this one is definitely one that will remain in my Austen collection and will probably be reread in the future. I really enjoyed this. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave it down below and I'll see you in a video soon. Bye!